So you've got an idea for a podcast, right? Now you've got to decide whether you'll be recording in person or remotely with your guests and co-hosts. In this video, we're going to go over the pros and cons of both recording possibilities so that you can make your decision with confidence. If you're new here, my name is Maribel Quesada Smith. I'm a video and podcast producer, and on this SquadCast channel, we help you level up your remote recordings so you can create better podcasts and video content from anywhere in the world. Huh? What's that? You haven't hit that subscribe button yet? Well, do it now so you never miss a video. All right, you're here because you're a creator and you want to make a podcast. Or maybe you're already a podcaster and you're thinking about changing up and improving the way that you record. You're not alone. SquadCast has been around since 2016, but when the pandemic changed our lives, we noticed a lot of people flocking to record content remotely. And a lot of those people haven't gone back to exclusively recording in person. We also understand that there are benefits to recording in person. Regardless of which one might be best, the decision of how to record is not always clear-cut, and that's why we're outlining all of the pros and cons for you right now. Starting with in-person recording, here are the benefits. 1. Recording in person might give your content a more professional look, especially when you use a studio. 2. Another benefit to recording in person is that you can have someone control the recording session, like an audio engineer at a recording studio. 3. One major benefit to recording in person is the intimate connection you can establish with your guests or your co-host. Simply put, being in person allows you to look them in the eyes more easily, and there's no internet lag to prevent you from quick reactions to their statements, which helps the conversation flow naturally. Those are pretty nice pros for in-person recording, right? Now let's get to the disadvantages of recording in person. 1. It's expensive to book studios week after week. 2. It's also super expensive to fly someone to the location you're at or to make your way to them. 3. Another disadvantage is that it's more time-consuming. Maybe you have to worry about driving in traffic to meet your co-host, or you're at the mercy of the availability of the recording space that you use. 4. If you're recording video interviews, you need more space, so you need to rent larger rooms, use more equipment, and deal with more potential noise. And as a producer, I can promise you, all of this translates to spending more money. Okay, before we talk about the advantages and disadvantages of recording remotely, pause this video and tell us in the comments below, how do you record your podcast? Remotely, in person, you haven't started yet? Then come right back to the rest of this video. Welcome back. Let's shift to remote recording. Here are some of the disadvantages. Though we are biased toward remote recordings, we do record in person from time to time, and that's what gave us the idea for this video. 1. The first disadvantage is dealing with guests who might not be tech savvy, which could make recording remotely kind of tricky. They might not know how to plug in their microphone, or they don't have a mic, or they don't have wired headphones, which we really encourage, by the way. 2. Connection between you and the guest or co-host. There really is something to be said for looking in the guest's eyes in person while interviewing them. Also, if your show is really dependent on the banter and the vibes between you and your guest, that may be hard to achieve remotely. For this, we recommend really getting to know your guest beforehand with a pre-interview. Now, to the big show. As we mentioned, we are obviously a bit biased here because we love remote recording at SquadCast. Also, I record a lot of podcasts and I do a lot of them remotely. So if you have any questions about this process, let me or the rest of the SquadCast team know in the comments below. 1. A big advantage of recording remotely is that you can record at any time or place. You don't have to schedule at a studio, you have your own studio in the cloud. 2. Another advantage is the cost. Using a dedicated remote recording platform is significantly less than renting a studio space. 1 hour of in-person studio time typically starts at around $100. 3. Recording remotely saves you time because you don't have to travel to the guest or your co-host. Even the logistical planning takes time and money. 4. Remote recording is also accessible. Think about it. It's less of a lift for a busy guest to hop on the internet than it is for them to get in their car or a plane to meet you at a studio. And there are more advantages to recording remotely. 5. For instance, when you use a recording platform like SquadCast, your files are available right away. You also don't have to worry about your audio tracks getting lost or not sent to you on time because they're in your cloud already. 6. You can also mix the files right there on SquadCast if you prefer with our phonic integration. 7. You can even sync your files to the script or Dropbox right within SquadCast. Now that we presented the good, the bad, the ugly, and beautiful of remote recording versus in-person recording, we really want to know. So if you haven't shared with us already, tell us how you think you'll record your next amazing podcast episode in the comments below. And go to squadcast.fm to learn about remote recording. Until next time, happy recording.